Good morning. It's Friday, February 8th, 2013. Welcome to CBS This Morning. She went from a waitress at Hooters to the head of a billion-dollar global brand. You'll meet the woman who's having a sweet life, selling cinnamon rolls. That's ahead on CBS This Morning. Badge of honor for corporate executives these days is appearing in disguise on the CBS reality series Undercover Boss.
Here are your 2 chocolate mochas. Miguel's team does this Cinnabon cheer, stepping and clapping and yelling and swinging and woo at the end. And it was obvious to me that the energy that's created is a net positive for the business and the morale of the team.
Well, that's Kat Cole, the president of Cinnabon. The aroma of the company's cinnamon rolls is familiar to anyone who strolls through an airport or mall. Cole is a college dropout who got her start working at Hooters, and she now runs a company with stores in 50 countries. Good morning, Kat.
Hello.
So clearly you had a blonde wig on when you did Undercover Boss.
Yes, yes.
But it's fascinating to have you here because your life story is really interesting. How did you go from being a waitress at Hooters to the president of this international company?
You know, it was interesting. I got a young start. I started working in restaurants when I was 17 years old. And like many employees in the food service industry, I had the opportunity to train other employees. The company happened to be growing overseas, and at 19, I started helping to open restaurants overseas in Australia, South and Central America, all over the world. And so I got a young taste of international business, fell in love with it, and was humble enough to ask people for help, but hungry enough to do whatever it took to get to that, that next point in my career.
I think a lot of people would be surprised. This is a billion-dollar company. It's not just about cinnamon rolls, is it?
Yeah, Cinnabon has become this billion-dollar consumer brand. We are a franchise business with our bakeries that are all over the world in over 50 countries, but we also have over 50,000 points of distribution through grocery stores and other food service channels with Cinnabon branded products.
Your classic roll has 800 calories,
yes,
is that right?
It does.
Now, there's a lot of talk in this country about the obesity epidemic. Do you think in any way you're contributing to that?
No, I think it's so important as a company that offers a sweet treat, whether you're ice cream or cinnamon rolls, to understand that people are going to give themselves discretionary calories. They deserve to treat themselves. But I think we all have a responsibility to offer choice, options, and portion size, so that the person that wants to share an 800-calorie classic roll can do that with their friends. But we have a beautiful little 300-calorie Cinnabon that's a small version of that allows people to indulge a little more responsibly, but still have that high-quality indulgence that they want.
We talk to a lot of entrepreneurs and business leaders on this show, but so few of them are women in leadership positions. Why do you think that is?
I think that's changing. You're starting to see a lot of mid-tenure professional women that are that next generation of executive leaders. But I think it's been a convergence of women wanting to take their places, leading the home, mothers. They end up in a position of conflict where they get to this point in their career where they love their job and they face the opportunity to move up, but then they're also looking at their personal goals with their family. And I think now that I think things are changing, and that young women are learning how to balance that, how to manage it, and companies are getting a lot more understanding and flexible of different family needs, whether it's a young woman looking to raise a family or a more tenured employee who needs to now raise their ailing parents.
Kat Cole, thanks so much for being with us this morning.
Yeah, my pleasure.